Last week, we continued our journey through the chiropractic principles by exploring principle number 2, the idea that this life is the expression of intelligence through matter. Today we take the next step with principle number 3, and that is called the union of intelligence and matter. And it states that life is necessarily the union of intelligence and matter. Now, just like last 2 principles, this sounds really philosophical at first, but when we slow it down, it becomes super important and incredibly real. Because what this principle is saying is this: life only exists when intelligence and matter are connected. Matter alone is not alive, and intelligence without matter can't express itself. It's the union of the two that creates life. And we can see this all around us. If you think about a simple plant, the physical structure, the roots and the stem and the leaves, that's the matter. But what makes the plant grow? What organizes it? And what tells it when to bloom and when to adapt and when to reach toward the sunlight? That's intelligence. And without that intelligence, the plant would just be material. And without the structure of the plant, that intelligence would have nothing to express itself through. It's the union of both that creates life. Now let's bring that into the human body. Your body is made of matter, organs, tissues, muscles, and bones. But what makes that body alive? What coordinates everything? What tells your heart to beat and your lungs to breathe and your cells to repair and your immune system to respond? That's the intelligence. And just like we talked about last week, that intelligence is constantly trying to work to express life through your body. But here's where principle number 3 becomes even more important, because if life is the union of intelligence and matter, then anything that disrupts the union affects life. Not just how you feel, but how your body actually functions. And this is where we start to understand the role of the nervous system at a deeper level, because your nervous system is what connects the intelligence to the matter. It's the pathway through which your brain communicates to your body, every organ, every cell, every tissue. So if that connection is clear, life is expressed at a high level. The body adapts better, it heals better, it functions better. It functions the way it was designed to. But if that connection becomes disrupted, now we have a problem. Not because your body stopped being intelligent, not because your body is broken, but because the communication between intelligence and matter is no longer clear. Think about electricity flowing through a wire. If the connection is strong, everything works properly. But if there's interference or distortion or break in the line, the signal doesn't get through the way it was supposed to. And the result is dysfunction. That's exactly what happens in the body when there's interference in the nervous system. Stress, poor posture, injury, spinal misalignment, all of these can interfere with the connection between the brain and the body. And when that happens, the body can no longer express itself at full potential. And that's where chiropractic care comes in. Chiropractic is not about adding anything to the body. It's not about forcing the body to heal. And it is all about restoring the connection, removing the interference so the intelligence can once again express itself fully through the body. And when that happens, something powerful begins to occur. People don't just feel better, they function better, they adapt better. Their body begins doing what it was designed to do all along better. And this is where people often have the shift in the perspective. They stop thinking of health as something external and begin realizing that health comes from within, and it always has. That their body is not something that needs to be constantly fixed, but something that needs to be properly connected. Because life is not just about having a body. It's about having a body that is fully connected to the intelligence that gives it life. And that is what principle number 3 is teaching us, that life exists because of the union of the intelligence and matter. And the more clearly that union is maintained, the more fully the life can be expressed. So as you go through your week, it's worth asking yourself a simple question: is my body fully connected? Is my nervous system allowing life to be expressed at its highest level? Because when that connection is strong, everything works better. And over the next 30 weeks, we're gonna continue building on these principles together, each one adding more depth and more clarity and more empowerment to how you view your health. Because when you understand these principles, you begin to see your body differently, not as something fragile, but as something intelligently designed to function and heal and thrive. Thanks for joining me for principle number 3, and we'll see you next week as we continue this journey together.